This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I am going to be talking on stalkers. And I'm going to be talking on 3 stalkers in particular that I've had to deal with, but I actually wanted to start this episode off talking about one of my friends that's currently dealing with a stalker right now. And it's really messed up because this friend doesn't do anything to anybody. You know, they just be out minding their own business and just living life. So it really confuses me where it's like, you don't do nothing to anybody, so why are you dealing with a stalker right now? Like, I've had a couple of friends where they have had to deal with stalkers, and one friend in particular where it's like they had to deal with one of the stalkers that I'm going to be talking about in this episode, and then they had to deal with a stalker in their own personal life. And I'm like, man, you know, it's just really messed up that people go through crap like that. And it's like, I'm just talking to a stalker. It's like, there is no reason whatsoever to stalk an individual, none whatsoever. You could come up with any reason, and I guarantee and I promise you, flip the script where you're dealing with somebody just like you on the same situation, you're gonna be looking at it as silly. Like, why are they stalking me over that situation, you know? And you may not care, but it's like, yeah, the person that's having to deal with that crap, it's like they don't want to deal with that. So it's like, people, you gotta leave people alone, okay? If it's like, if they want to be left alone, leave them alone. It shouldn't be no arguments with it. Like, just with the stalkers that I've had to deal with, it's a situation where it's like, I never threw the first punch. I never put myself in a situation where I was, you know, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to deal with a stalker now. Every situation, the 3 situations I'm gonna be talking about, it's like I always was just minding my own business and somehow, some way came across this individual, and I'm like, fam, I just want to be left alone. Like, man, people, go do something productive with your life. Like, the one situation, I guess, like, yeah, you know, the individual was a kid, so I'm like, okay, you know, and I was a kid too, so people could look at some kid stuff, but I'm like, you have your whole life ahead of you. You could be doing whatever you want to do with your life right now. You could seriously be going out and doing things that's going to put you in less negative situations and stuff, but you're choosing to put yourself in a situation where it's like it possibly could get a brick thrown through your window. So, to explain this situation, so yeah, I was dealing with a stalker in school. And there is no reason whatsoever on why she was stalking me. It's like, I think about it now, and I'm all like, yeah, if I have a kid and she's carrying on like that, no, I'm definitely checking that. I'm like, you need to leave that boy alone, because he ain't did nothing to you, okay? So I ain't trying to have no situation where he come knocking on my door, or worst comes to worst, he comes to the house throwing a brick through the window because you done made him that upset and stuff. So I'm like, no, you need to leave that kid alone, because that kid crazy. And seriously, I was so ready to do it, because no, that was the thing that she gonna do. She gonna look, I remember me and her are walking home, she gonna yell over at me talking about, I'm gonna egg your house. I'm like, I guarantee and I promise you, if you egg my house, I am throwing a brick through your window. Do you know how upset I was, fam? I went and told my parents. I didn't tell them that she was, so I did say that that she was gonna egg the house, but I made sure I told my parents. I was like, if she eggs the house, I'm throwing the brick through the window. So I started off like that. I said, hey, look, I'm most likely gonna end up throwing the brick through this girl's window because she threatened to egg the house. So if the cops get called and I end up getting taken away, I'm just letting you know the situation. I don't want you guys to just think like, oh, you know, our son done went crazy. He just went over to a random house and threw a brick through the window. There's a backstory behind it. There's a little bit of context behind it. All right. So yeah, man, I was wearing low top black Air Forces back then. Like, I was crazy. I was willing to go down for some stuff. So yeah, that girl, so the stalking has started when there was a day I remember I was walking to my friend's house. Now, me and the girl, we lived on the same street. And so the road to go down our house, it was in the opposite direction of where my friend lived. So I went over to my friend's house just to chill with him for a little bit. She follows me all the way over to my friend's house. And I'm thinking to myself, there is no reason for you to be over here. So this is what she does. She's standing at the end of the street waiting for me to walk away just so she could go and bother me. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for what was getting ready to happen, if it would have went in a negative situation where I'm leaving my friend's house upset and not cracking up laughing at what I just did, oh yeah, I definitely would have been like, nah, I ain't even gonna wait for you to egg the house. I'm just gonna throw a brick through your window today. So I'm all like, you better get your family ready, and I'm gonna get my family ready, because it's gonna be a whole civil war in this neighborhood. So anyways, she's standing down the street waiting for me to walk on and stuff. So she makes the mistake of looking in the opposite direction. So for just to give you guys a little bit of, history on me and my speed, I'm a fast individual. I have been fast my whole life. I could think of moments when I was in school, in elementary, beating kids in foot races. I remember I outran this kid in two-hand touch football. There is moments in middle school where I was all like, yeah, I had tried out for track, didn't do as good. I think I made, like, when they did like a tryout thing, I made it in like third place or something. So yeah, I wasn't. In third was like the last place, so I was in last place and stuff. So I was like, I wasn't that fast, but I have to say I did get faster throughout the years and stuff, especially in high school, because I had a track coach come up to me during lunch. Like, this track coach had no reason. There's all these kids where it's like they look like athletes. They look like that they should be on the track team. She came up to me and handed me a flyer personally. I'm sitting with my friends, and I'm like, oh, okay, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I should have tried out for track. I should have, like, gotten me a medal or something, some sort of achievement in track and things, but no, yeah, I was like, I have always been a fast person, even now, and even when I had worked in Seattle where buses would drive off, I'm literally, like, right there with the bus running, and I'm like, fam, this bus ain't even driving that fast. Like, I'm going to beat the bus. No, there was a occasion where I did beat a bus to the bus stop and stuff. I looked at the bus driver because I knew that they couldn't open up the bus doors in the middle of the street, so I yelled at the bus driver. I said, hey, meet me at the next bus stop. And he shrugged his shoulders like, man, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it and things. When I tell you guys I had dusted this bus, what's the top speed of a city bus? Hold on for a second. Okay, well, it wasn't going its top speed. It was probably going, I'm trying to think. It wasn't going that fast, so I don't even need to look that up. But I was faster. Okay, so anyways, but yeah, overall, I have been fast my whole life, even today, or I'm all like, I can think of some times where I've been like, I was just running across the street because I seen these cars come. I seen these cars coming, fam, and I was like, I wasn't even tired. That's the crazy thing about it. It's like, so just to let you guys know, I am a fast individual. When I took off like a speed of lightning, This girl's facing the other direction. She didn't even see me. She didn't even hear me run off. I am gone. I am going down the street cracking up laughing because I know that she's gonna be wondering like, oh, maybe he went in the house or maybe so yeah, because my friend, he already had ran to his door. I ran in the opposite direction, and she was waiting out in front of his house for like 3 hours because the funny thing is that I'm at home. I think I was either playing video games or doing whatever and stuff. But anyways, I hear somebody walking outside the house. So I look through the window. I see it's her. She has the most angriest look on her face because it's 5 o'clock. School gets out at like 2 something. It don't take 3 hours to get from the school to the house. I'm like, there should never be a reason unless like you going to school across town. Other than that, there should be no reason whatsoever on why you're coming home 3 hours later. All right. So she comes home, she's looking all mad, and it was right after that, because I know she had to get yelled at by her parent and stuff. It's like, why are you coming home at this time? It's like, your whole family done made it to the house. We all done came home from school, because she had siblings. It's like, we all came home from school and work. There's a school, actually, because I think there was the one school that's like, it's either, overall, it's like the schools, it wasn't like they were far out to where it's going to be taking you some time. So it's like, everybody done made it home. Our school was like, I would have to say it was the closest. I think if I do the calculations right, like I think our the high school, it was the closest in things. But regardless though, it's like it don't take nobody no 3 hours to come back from somewhere unless you coming back from like I said, across town or something. So anyways, but yeah, right after that, then yeah, she left me alone, and I was like, I know she had to explain it to her mom, or either she came up with an explanation, because I'm all like, fam, I'm telling you right now, if that's what it's gonna take in order for you to leave me alone, on, oh, I'm gonna get you in trouble with your parent. All right, so I'm saying like I was on some savage stuff when I was when I was younger, you know. So, but anyways, yeah, and I was like after that it was just done and over with. So that stalking that came to an end. But I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, why are you doing this? Like, I'm saying that's like, don't stalk no other kid, but it's like, don't stalk me. Leave me alone. There ain't even no reason to stalk me. I ain't talking to you. I ain't messing with you. I ain't said nothing to you. I remember, I think how that whole situation started was that there was a day, and so we're on this road, right? And there's this road where it leads from the school to or like the street that we live down, right? This road is a decent sized road. It ain't like it's a narrow road. It ain't like it's tight quartered. It ain't like it's a road where it's like you gonna just pretty much just be packed and stuff. It is if you guys just go outside, look at your road, all right, and think like, yeah, I think, you know, I can walk up and down this road without having to be all close to people and stuff. Why was this girl walking so close behind me? And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, back up. You ain't gotta walk that close. I should not be able to hear your heartbeat or hear you breathing. She was like, yeah, walking so close. I think that's what it was, is that she stepped on the back of my shoe. And I turned around and looked. I was like, back up. I'm like, what are you walking so close for? Then she tried arguing with me, and I'm all like, this girl's crazy. I'm like, I ain't even going to fool with her and stuff. But yeah, she was just on some like, oh, weirdo stalkerish behavior and things. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any times where she was stalking me at school, but yeah, it was like after school, it was always some situation between me and her. And I was like, in the one day, I was like, I was hands down ready to throw a break through her window because I was getting tired of it. But anyways, and then the second stalker, so this was the first stalker that I've ever dealt with on YouTube. So a backstory behind that. So I had got into it with another guy, just off of some videos that we were doing. And so the stalker, his name is Glenn, by the way. So the stalker, Glenn, he jumped ship from the YouTuber that I was having issues with, and he started being a fan of me. So at the time being, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. But I think that's what it was, is that he wanted me to react to a video, and I was like, no, I'm not reacting to that. That video looks horrible. I'm like, and there's no disrespect to that content creator and to the people that do that video, that did that video, but I was like, it just doesn't, no, that doesn't fit like what the type of videos I'll be reacting to on my channel. Why would I be sitting around watching a bunch of ponies killing each other? It's like, no, it's to me, some people may find that video entertaining, but I'm like, with me, I don't care about that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be doing no reactions to that and stuff. So he got mad, said he's going like, oh, I'm not going to be a fan of you no more, TMossBoss. I'm going to be a fan of the other guy. And he just kept going back and forth doing that. So eventually I got tired of it. I was like, no, stop coming back to my channel. You say the same crap over and over again. I'm like, bro, just leave me alone. And so at that point, then he just started going crazy in my comment sections. I mean, he was threatening to kidnap me, kill me, starve me to death, set me on fire. Then he started saying that to other people. He said that to a fan of mine and a friend that I made through YouTube. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, leave us. So at that point, because that's one thing about it, is like, I don't take that type of stuff like, you know, just I get mad when like friends and people that I'm cool with, when they get involved in my beefs and drama, because I'm like, there's no reason for them to get involved. So it's like, why are you involving them on some stuff that doesn't even like it, they ain't got nothing to do with it, you know? So anyways, yeah, so the fan, I think that's what it was, just like them just being in the mix of it. I snapped on this guy. I went off in the comment sections, got to the point where it was like I was going off on him so many times, I think because I was talking about him in videos, talking about him on social media in the comments, that my fans has started picking up on it. And when I tell you guys, they went after this guy, they went after him. It was so funny because then he posted a video of himself crying, telling my fans to leave him alone and stuff. I just laughed. Because I think I reacted to that video, or it was another video that he did, but I remember I just laughed at that video. I was like, no, that's what you get. I know people gonna probably be all like, oh, that was a kid, TMossBoss. Why would you make a kid cry? Because if you're out here threatening me, my friend, and my fans, then no, at that point, gloves is off. I don't care no more. I don't care about the fact that he's a kid, I'm like, okay, he out here making grown man threats, so I'm gonna treat him like a grown man. And if you out here threatening my life, threatening my fans' life, and threatening my friends' life, then yes, I'm going to say some stuff that is going to hurt your feelings. I do not care, all right? So that's just something that people, because I remember people were trying to use that against me years later, because there was at a point in time where I threatened to kick him in the throat, and people was like, they were trying to use that against me. I was like, oh, TMossBoss threatened a child, and I'm like, yeah, make sure you guys tell them, like, because you're just only leaving in the part, you're just only making a video talking about how I threatened to kick him in the throat. You're not talking about how he was threatening my friends, threatening my fans and stuff, to the point where the friend, he was chilled, he was solid, he still continued on with his like YouTube career and stuff. But the fan, on the other hand, they had left YouTube. They had just overall like deleted their socials and all that stuff because of this guy. So how am I supposed to react to that? How am I supposed to react to the fact that it's like you literally ran my fan off of the internet? Because he started up this rumor talking about, oh, I'm dating this fan. And I'm like, if I'm dating this fan, why am I saying that I'm not? I feel like that would be, if we were in a relationship, I feel like that would be pretty disrespectful. I guess maybe some people would try to protect it, but I'm like, I'm not that type of person. Why would I, unless they ask me to? But I'm like, I'm not that type of person to just be out there lying on somebody like that. And that would be really weird, where it's like, because that's one thing that I think about. It's like, if he were to come back today and try to start up that rumor, and I'm thinking to myself, like, because I still keep in contact with this, I can't even call him a fan. Like, they're a full-blown friend of mine and stuff, but they started off as a fan. But I think that would be weird, though, where it's like he comes back and he's all like, oh, yeah, you're dating that fan. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that would be a weird way of dating somebody when I believe she's married and she got kids now. So if it is the case, yeah, that's a weird relationship. I'm like, so that makes me the side dude. And I'm like, no, I am not going to be no side dude. I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. So, but yeah, I was all like, fam, I'm single. I'm like, what are you talking about? Back then and now. I'm like, so yeah, that's just something where it's like you out here trying to start up a rumor on some stuff. It's like, okay, even if we are dating, why does that matter? Who's gonna care? Not one single person. So yeah, that guy, he was just on some like weird stalkerish behavior and stuff. I mean, anytime when I would post on social media, he was right there responding to it, saying something dumb and stupid and things. And I'm all like, yeah, this guy, you got some serious issues. I remember people were trying to like defend him at the time, talking about like, yeah, he does have like actual issues. I'm like, yes, it shows. It definitely shows that he has issues and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm like, and that's just my advice out there to parents. It's like, don't, if your kid got issues, do not let them on the internet. Do not let them have any type of internet access whatsoever, okay? If so, set that stuff up for them and have it where you're in control of what they're coming across on the internet, because yeah, they don't need to be on the internet. If they out here threatening random people's lives, that's gonna put you in a situation where it's like, now you're fighting, because it's like, let's say I'm that dangerous individual where it's like, because I think he lived in a completely different country, so that's why I didn't really take the threat serious and stuff. But no, let's say it's like, if we live in the same state, right, and he's making that threat, and let's say he's dumb enough to send me his address, or I come across him or I've recognized him out in public, now it's like he done put your guys' lives in danger, because it's like, if I'm that dangerous individual where it's like, okay, if I see you, then it's on sight, I'm out here fighting your kid, and it's like, you guys can't do nothing about it and stuff. I'm saying it's one of those things where it's like, you guys, it's like you have to leave people, overall moral of this story, you have to leave people alone, okay? So anyways, and then the last stalker. Now, if you guys have been longtime listeners of my podcast, then you already know who I'm talking about. But anyways, I call this guy the racist Twitter stalker, because I'll get to the racist stuff in a moment. But anyways, so backstory on this situation. So I had posted a Trisha Paytas video, and something had malfunctioned with the software that I used to record the video, to where it recorded the video part, but it didn't record any audio. So it was just pretty much like the video was just muted. And I was like, bro, I was so upset, because I was like, I thought it was a really good video and stuff. So I uploaded the video by accident. And then, but no, it was one of my friends. They had told me, they was just like, hey, that video, it didn't have no audio and stuff. So it's just like, just warning me and letting me know. And I'm like, oh, dang. So Deleted that video, had to make up for it because I think I recorded a podcast episode and then I recorded a reaction video and then re-recorded that video and stuff. So yeah, I was pretty mad and I was like, dang, bro. I was like, I gotta do this stuff all over again. But so anyways, I took the video down, went on about my business. And I can't remember. I think I searched up my name. I think I was just counting up how many videos I uploaded for the week and stuff. But anyways, I look and I see that the video was re-uploaded. And I'm thinking to myself, why was this video re-uploaded? They ain't even no audio. So it's like, why would anybody want to watch a video with no audio? I mean, I guess like if you're good at like mouthing out like what a person is saying, then I guess. But if not, then it's like, why would you want to watch that? So anyways, I click on the video, I start reading the description, and the guy's all like, oh, TMossBoss, the lazy content creator, upload a video with no audio and things. I'm thinking to myself, how am I lazy? I'm like, I accidentally upload a video with no audio. You're having to re-upload my video because you don't have no content to upload. Who's really the lazy one? So I'm like, man, sit down and think about stuff before you just come out and say it and things. But anyways, yeah, this is another person. I think he got like some sort of mental issues or something, because I was like, yeah, the way this guy was carrying on. When I tell you that I had to say out of the other two stalkers, out like just the three that I'm talking about, he was 100% the worst, because I was like, yeah, he took stalking. I mean, I feel like it's like normal cases. I feel like the other two situations was like minor cases of stalking, but no, this guy was like living up to his name. He was a full-blown stalker, all right? So anyways, I came across that video, and then I came across his social media accounts. This guy, so he had the one main Twitter account where he was kind of talking about me. Then he had a secondary account where he was making more tweets about me. Then he created a third account that was just dedicated to me. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, do you realize how weird this is? Do you realize how weird it is where it's like, okay, so for an example, I can post that like, oh, I went to Best Buy and got me a brand new Xbox or a PlayStation controller. He's posting about that. He's all like, oh, TMossBoss just went to Best Buy and got himself a PlayStation controller. And the thing is this, or it's like, I don't know where this guy is at in this world. This man can be like right in the same area as me, or he could be in the same country. I don't know. I think I did see that he is in the same country. I ain't gonna put his personal business on blast like that, but I think I did see like just overall going through his socials account that yeah, he is within this country. So it's all like, fam, I really don't know where this guy could be at. He could be one of them crazy individuals where it's like, okay, I know TMossBoss is in Washington State. I'm just going to go around and look for him and stuff. And now I'm fighting for my life where I put this guy in a situation where he's in the hospital, or worse comes to worse, he's in the morgue. I don't want to do that to somebody, all right? So anyways, so yeah, I'd seen that he was like, every time when I would post something or post I was doing something or making a video podcast, I mean, anything that I posted on the internet, this man was talking about. I must let you guys know of this. He wasn't no kid. This was a full grown man. He is in his, he was younger than me. So yes, he is in his 20s. I'm thinking to myself, fam, you are a grown man talking about another grown man. Like in some cases and situations, I can understand. But in this particular situation, it's like you are a grown man stalking another grown man. You don't see nothing weird with that. So I say that, right? Because I think at the time being when I was talking about him on my podcast and stuff, like I would say like, you're a grown man stalking another grown man. That's weird. Why did he try flipping it on me talking about I'm stalking him? And I'm like, I don't have no social media accounts dedicated to you. You have social media accounts dedicated to me. How am I stalking you? Make that make sense. How am I stalking you? Because I'm talking about your weird behavior? How is my thing is this? Talking to any normal, sane person, who do you think is most likely a stalker, all right? The person that's minding their own business, talking about how another individual has 3 Twitter accounts dedicated to posting about everything that they're doing, or the person with the 3 Twitter accounts dedicated to talking about an individual. I'm saying at the end of the day, it's like if you guys sit down and think about it, I think we all know the obvious answer. And if some people say, I feel like there's going to be some people out there saying me, like, because it's like, why are you talking about him? That makes you more of a stalker. I'm like, you're just as crazy. If you honestly think that I'm a stalker just because I'm talking about this guy, you're just as crazy than he is. And I'm like, I ain't even hearing that. So, but anyways, I called him out on that crap. Then he ended up privating the one account because so that's what it was. That's where the racist stuff started coming into play. And I think he did have because he had like multiple YouTube channels, but I think he did create some other YouTube channels that just leave some racist comments underneath my videos. But so that's what it was that he said. And I think I talked on this not too long ago, but anyways, so he goes, and so this was like during the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd stuff that was going on, so back in 2020. And so I remember he was like still just posting about me, talking about me and things. And I remember, I think I either said it in the podcast or on social. I think I said it in the podcast episode, but I'm all like, rather than sitting around waiting for me to post about whatever and stuff, just so you can have some type of material to post on the internet, it's like, talk on something serious. Talk on the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd stuff that's going on right now. Talk about something that's actually going to benefit people. Raise awareness towards that stuff, Tell me why this guy goes on and says, I do not care about Breonna Taylor's situation. When I saw that tweet, I was like, wow, that is some crazy stuff to say, especially at the height of the he said this when the whole situation was like the aftermath of when it was going down and stuff. So he said it during that time frame. And I'm thinking I called him out on that, and then it was right afterwards he privated the account, because I know for a fact that he's probably posting a bunch of different racist crap, posting a bunch of different things. And I know probably as soon as this podcast episode comes out, like if I were to challenge him to unprivate the account just so he can show people like I'm not saying anything racist, I'm not doing anything racist, he's most likely going through a whole binge of just deleting tweets, deleting posts, because he knows that he's out here. The audience that he came from was they're overall racist. Like I made it was either 4 or 5 different YouTube videos I made where I exposed the community that he came from for being a racist. Like I have a whole video dedicated to showing nothing but racist comments from this fan base. So it really shouldn't surprise me that he's a racist. But yeah, it's just really surprising where it's like you're a person of color and you're out here being a racist. I'm like, anybody really at the end of the day can be a racist, but I just find it really silly where it's like, because I don't know, I think he looks Asian. I don't know, I could be wrong. He could either be Asian or Hispanic. I really don't remember all his facial features to know, because I don't know, he looked like he could have been like Filipino or maybe, I don't know. But anyways, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, whether it's Hispanic people, or whether he is Hispanic or Asian, I'm thinking to myself, fam, Asian and Hispanic people be dealing with racism too. And you're out here just adding more to it. So it's like, yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm like, nah, bro, you have issues. Okay, I'm just going to say that much about him and things. But yeah, it's like dealing with stalkers and then seeing my friends, because the one friend from the second stalker situation, the first stalker that I dealt with, where he was threatening to kill her and things, even she was talking about like how she dealt with a stalker in her own personal life. And I don't know, I think last time I remember we talked, she said that she, will like deal with them from time to time. And I'm thinking to myself like, man, that's just, that's really messed up. And then the friend just recently that was telling me about her stalking situation, I'm like, man, I just don't get why people feel like that they gotta go out their way and do some stuff like that. And even the friend that's dealing with the stalking situation now, she was saying that where it's all like, these are grown adults that be doing this stuff. And it's like, fam, go do something productive. It's like, it's like she was saying that she was all like, yeah, it's like most likely this guy is unemployed. And I'm like, yeah, that's usually how it goes. I'm like, it's usually some like unemployed insane person where it's like, no, you need to be locked off up in an asylum of some sort. You do not need to be out in the general public because you're gonna mess around and put somebody's life in danger. All right, so But yeah, it's like you just got some weirdos out there where it's like they don't understand stalking as much than the normal person. But as soon as they deal with somebody that's stalking them, then that's when they're like, oh, okay, well now I understand. And I think that's maybe what they should deal with. They should deal with a stalker themselves that puts them in a situation where it's all like, dang, I gotta call the cops, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And yeah, then they'll understand, like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be stalking people, because it's like I don't like when it happens to me, so why should I be doing it to other people? And I feel like with these guys though, it's like with the stalkers that I've dealt with and the stalkers that my friends dealt with, it's usually those types of situations where they don't understand nothing until something bad done happened to them. So I guess like if you're trying to overall, because I be saying that to people, I'm like, no, defend yourself at all costs. Whether it's if you got beat down somebody or you gonna have to use a weapon of some sorts. Maybe it might be a weapon that you swing on them. Maybe it might be that weapon where you pull it from a holster and you press a button and usually something goes flying out that weapon and it's traveling at high speeds where it can penetrate through some skin and end somebody's life. So I'm saying at the end of the day, it's like people that are dealing with a stalker, defend yourself at all costs. I know people are going to probably be all like, oh, TMossBoss, he's telling people to hurt others. I'm like, yeah, if they out there stalking people and they feel that their life is in danger and they come across this individual and they on some weird stuff, yes, defend yourself at all costs. I do not care if people try to cancel me. You can say whatever you want to say. If somebody's in this world dealing with a stalker, defend yourself at all costs with whatever weapon you feel that is necessary to use on that stalker. All right. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.